and more and more and more of the nidder-nadder and especially angry and the know-it-alls that put their nose in to Nadya Suleman Octuplets. Well, let us say gutless type of behavior, ripping people to smithereens. You're tearing to pieces 8 tiny little beings barely have put foot upon the earth planet, and then the 6 others. Where are you? Who are you that you have to go about this rip, shred and tearing? On Larry King tonight, and of course Mr. King wasn't there, and he was missed, but not so much because Behar, Mrs. Behar or Miss Behar was there, and she gave a good input on Nadya Suleman. And then that other, what should we call the other woman? It's just painful to listen to this woman who obviously has a compassionateless way of behaving. And I don't care whether she appears on The View or whether she wrote 1,000 books. I don't care. Since man can't be bothered, from the Pope to the Dilly Dally, to speak up for these souls. And so I'm calling every Canadian, world and American citizen, especially grandmothers and mothers and fathers of pure heart, to stand up and to stick up for this Nadya Suleman. Wasn't it her physician who knew that she already had 6 children? Wasn't it he? And if she was from Rome, then they would have said, oh, wonderful, more souls. When they're grown up, more money in the tilly. If she was Mormon, oh, wonderful, 18, 20, 21 children, no problem. Wonderful. Then she's a wonderful woman. But now this is a woman who either, maybe somewhere, somehow, didn't make a very refined judgment and did judge whatever her life condition, not totally in balance. But should we throw her for the wolf? Well, maybe wolves would be too harsh a thing, because the precious wolves might have more compassion for this lady with her, how many children we say? 14 children, 14 beautiful little souls, perfect beings who are looking to be upon this planet, to have a life, not to be torn apart and be thrown into various households, you know, social workers. Not all social workers like what they are doing. Many of them are in social work or this kind of family environment because they need the money. And even they do get tired, the good ones. So isn't it better to keep these children with the mother, the blood mother? Isn't it better to help her to get a better place to live in, more suitable? Get her help for 2 years, because that's the most difficult time when she has the other little ones who need care and like to play. So isn't it better to say, well, you know, we can grump and gripe about taxpayers' money. Isn't it better, much, much better, to ask you, as a prelude of the Zoroastrians, all Zoroastrians around the world, to be kind enough to come forward and help and give. It doesn't matter that they are from a religion that's come forth out of whatever cooked up situation as these religions are. Where are these popes, these priests, these preachers, these rabbis around the world? Where are they? Can't they come forward and say we must raise the money? And maybe they are Muslims, and maybe they are not. Maybe they are Christians. The names of the babies are all religious names. I say religious. So, if all the religions around the globe came together and made peace with one another, since we are not a religion, I can speak up and stir your hearts and maybe rattle your chain. But maybe all the people wherever you are, and it doesn't matter who you are, to practice good thoughts, especially kind deeds. And kind deeds means reaching out. And I say that this planet is full of people, poor people, not so poor people, wealthy people. And in everyone got together and set up a foundation until these children are 20 years old, where this woman gets people that will come and do and help with our household chores. She gets some mental and emotional counseling. And does it matter to you whether she had a nose lift, a chin lift, or a cheek lift? Whether she had or did not have plastic surgery? Whether she in either a hormonal deficiency or mental deficiency, or maybe aggrandizement, looked for a way to get herself to look like someone. Maybe she didn't have plastic surgery. Would you then not be ashamed? And isn't it very sad for Oprah Winfrey, who never had any children? I have, but she never did. Does she know the joy, the pain, the suffering? When these children cry, when they're lonely, when they're lost, and especially at this time for this mother who has just given birth. I would hold the medic also somewhat, and I would say, okay, fine, you implanted, and here are 8 lovely lives. Well, maybe you can pitch in $2 a month to assist these children towards a fair life. And don't start talking about taking away these babies. How many people are being ripped up, their families, these children around the planet, taken away? Isn't it better to come together and give assistance and compassion